What's going on, trainers? It's your boy Meta Danny back once again with another video for Pokemon Go PvP battles, and we're going to be doing these in the Ultra League. Now, of course, I like to start off the videos as usual with some interesting things that I've managed to get through over the week. And yeah, I've really enjoyed raiding Reshiram. Looking forward to using Reshiram. I don't know where yet, but hopefully I get a good one. This one wasn't so great, but it's fine. It's what ifs. Alright, so in the meantime, I'm going to introduce you to my team. I've been grinding up Pokemon because I'm not a pro. I don't have access to millions of Stardust or thousands of candy, but I still have to grind up like each Pokemon that I'm going to use in the Go Battle League. So I did manage to grind up finally and get myself a Cresselia. Whew. And I'll tell you what, everyone's using Cresselia, especially if you get to the higher ranks. Cresselia is a psychic type that is, on mine specifically, it is running the moves Psycho Cut, Moonblast, and Future Sight. You can change that around a little bit. Some people like to run Confusion to get much harder hitting fast move damage, but I think Psycho Cut is the better move overall in terms of defeating Pokemon. Hey, depends on how you want to use it. And in terms of fast moves, the move you definitely have to have is Moonblast. You gotta have that one because that's Cresselia's best move. On the second move, some people run Grass Knot to take care of the waters that are appearing a lot now in Ultra League. But for me, I like the hard-hitting Future Sight, which comes with Stab. And you'll see how I get to use it in the games. Now, I also have what has become probably my favorite Pokemon in the Ultra League, Alolan Muk, Dark and Poison typing, by the way. And over here, it's running the moves Snarl, Dark Pulse, and Gunk Shot. Now, you gotta watch these videos, because something happens with Gunk Shot. And in the back, we've got a new shiny Giratina, and I finally managed to get it. By the way, it's Dragon and Ghost, and it's running a double charge move right now. So it's Shadow Claw, Dragon Claw, and Shadow Sneak. Now, some quick notes onto why I'm running Shadow Claw. If you'll notice, a quick glance at this team will tell you that my team doesn't have anything that can really take care of Steel types. So if I come across any Steel types like Registeel, I have to rely on the Shadow Claw of my Giratina, which is why I'm running Shadow Claw and not Dragon Breath on that. Alright, so let's actually get into some battles now and see what we can learn from what happened in these battles. And I will be doing commentary as we go, and I will try to remember to really focus on some of the basics as well. Alright, so here we go. We're going up against Black Venom. All these battles are in rank 8. Man, the grind is horrible. So we see a Typhlosion. It's a little bit rare in the Ultra League, but still a pretty good pick because it runs Shadow Claw as a fast move, which is super effective against both Giratina and Cresselia. By the way, in the early games, I was still running my regular Giratina Altered, not the shiny version, because I hadn't powered it up yet. But by the end, I'm using the shiny one. So as you see there, I did a switch to catch that Typhlosion's Blast Burn onto my Giratina, where I know it's not very effective. And they bring in their Lapras, which is going to do really well against Giratina, so I don't bother shielding. I did manage to chip away a little bit of health, but that Ice Beam does take me out, and I can now bring in my Cresselia. Straight away with the Moonblast, because I'm hoping to get the debuff and take away their attack, which I get. Perfect. And try to get to another one. They're probably going to be throwing an Ice Beam over here. I did debuff their attack, so it doesn't do that much. And I farm up just a little bit more so I have energy for whatever's coming next. And then I throw that Moonblast, and it takes out that Lapras. So we're looking good so far. That Typhlosion comes back in. I go straight for the hard-hitting Future Sight, because I think that they're expecting me to use Moonblast, but they do shield it up. So it was a bit of a waste of energy there. This is going to be a Blast Burn. Man, that move hurts. You know those Community Day moves? And I don't have any Pokemon with those Community Day moves, like the starter Pokemon. They hit so hard. I quickly switch into my Alolan Muk, and the reason for this is because I want to be able to charge up energy very quickly. They switch into their Swampert, which is a good counter for Alolan Muk, but with shields down, I'm able to take away quite a bit of their health by throwing back-to-back Dark Pulses. They will be able to hit me with Hydro Cannon, which, look at how much... What I'm saying, those Community Day moves, it's ridiculous, man. They're so OP. To be honest, Swampert is like a pseudo-legendary at this point. But I do manage to take it out with my Alolan Muk. Like I said, absolutely loving Alolan Muk. They get to a Dragon Claw, I think this is. Oh, it's a Blast Burn. Sorry, it doesn't run Dragon Claw. What am I thinking? That's Charizard. This particular Typhlosion runs Solar Beam and Blast Burn. Now, I tried to get to a Future Sight. Unfortunately, we CMP tied there, and Typhlosion has a higher attack than Cresselia, so they're able to beat me there. It was close. It was literally one Psycho Cut away. So if I'd managed my energy better, I would have won that game. But we learn our lessons. Now we move on to battle number 2 now. Listen. This is the battle that featured on Zyonik's channel. My game crashed the moment the game started. Look at that. Like literally it's Cresselia into Clefable and game crashes. And Clefable is running Charm. So just imagine how much damage is going to be taken. Oh my goodness. When I get in my Cresselia, my bulkiest Pokemon is almost out. I'm able to get to that Moonblast, but at this point, like I really considered just quitting the game in frustration. But I thought, let me just finish it out. I get the attack drop, which is a huge deal. And at this point, I'm trying to build up energy onto my Alolan Muk. They've built up so much energy on their Clefable. They're able to throw back-to-back Meteor Mashes. Tell me when the last time you saw a Clefable throw back-to-back Meteor Mashes was. Ugh, Niantic, fix your game. They switch into Charizard for some reason. I don't make the mistake of throwing any charge moves. I have my Gunk Shot stored because I know that Clefable is going to eat it straight to the face. I go into my Giratina, which is going to resist that Charizard's moves, except for Dragon Claw, which is super effective, but like we've discussed before, it's not that great a move, so it doesn't take that much health. I build up to almost 2 Dragon Claws back to back, so I can try and pressure those shields. I get rid of the last shield. That is huge. Look at that. I still have a shield. Alright, so my Giratina is going to be able to put some hurt onto this Charizard. I thought by now they would have had another Dragon Claw, or maybe they were off by 1, I don't know. But anyway, I'm able to take out this Charizard and immediately switch into my Alolan Muk. Look at this Gunk Shot, look at this, look at this. Boom! One-shots the Clefable, and they bring in a Togekiss. Boom! Gunk Shot again, one-shots the Togekiss. Oh man, that is so... Whew, what a battle. And this is why I will continue to run Gunk Shot on my Alolan Muk instead of Sludge Wave. That is so satisfying. But that was really frustrating, I must say. Yo. Alright, let's go on to the next battle. And huge shout out, by the way, to Zyonik for featuring that particular battle in his Battle of the Week segment. I'll put a link to it in the description below, and you should definitely check out his other videos. Really great YouTube content creator, Zyonik. Alright, we move on to the next match. It's an Articuno into my Cresselia. You're going to see a lot of Articunos. Articuno is a great pick in the Ultra League because that Icy Wind is a strong move that actually debuffs your attack 100% of the time. And it's also super effective against Giratina, which we see a lot of in the Ultra League. To be honest, I'm seeing fewer of them these days, but it's still plenty of them. They switch into Sceptile, another spicy pick. Sceptile has access to Bullet Seed, which generates energy super quick. We already know this. And it also has access to charge moves, Frenzy Plant, Community Day move, Overpowered, like we've spoken about before. And you could take your pick of Dragon Claw or Earthquake. This trainer had Earthquake, which is a hard-hitting move, but if they had Dragon Claw, they could hit us with super effective as well. They bring back in their Articuno, which is going to take out my Giratina, as well as debuff it. So, yeah. At this point, I bring in my Cresselia. They make an excellent swap. I did put in an extra Psycho Cut just to make sure they don't swap, and I thought they were staying in, but there we go. This is fine, though, because I like Cresselia against Swampert. We're able to tank those Hydro Cannons. Anything else in those Hydro Cannons would totally eat away at them, because they're just so ridiculously overpowered. Anyway, at this point, we are still getting a world of hurt from this Swampert. I'm going to throw some Moonblasts. They still got a shield. I'm able to drop their attack, and this is crucial because now we should be able to survive. Oh no, I put up a shield. I think we would have been able to survive that Hydro Cannon, but I'm thinking that maybe I know that they're going to shield. Oh, they didn't shield. Oh, excellent. I'm able to Psycho Cut down. They still have a shield. Oh, this is going to be tough. I'm able to throw that Moonblast. This is likely going to get their shield. Oh, we didn't get the debuff. They're going to throw the Icy Wind onto the Alolan Muk. Oof, how are we going to come out of this? They threw an ancient power. Okay. Alright. So maybe that's my saving grace there. Ah, that's why I switched. Okay, alright. Okay, I think we have this game. I think we got this game. They're going to throw an Icy Wind. It's going to hurt a lot. But I think we'll be able to get to the Dark Pulse. Yes! This game is ours. Now, I love Alolan Muk. It hits so many things in Ultra League for neutral damage. At this point, I was noticing that there seemed to be a bit of lag that was going on. I was getting a little bit worried. And is it just me, or my phone was heating up as we were playing? It happens sometimes, not all the time. Maybe I need to get a new phone. So Cresselia into Venusaur, a great catch. They switch into their own Cresselia. I'm ahead on energy, and I'm thinking that if I throw a Moonblast and then switch, I should switch at some point. Maybe I'm going to go again. I did get the attack debuff. What I really should be doing is switching into Alolan Muk. Yes, that's the right move. Because I'm going to want to keep my Cresselia for that Venusaur in the back. To be honest, all three of my Pokemon are going to be good against Venusaur. But I'll be able to get rid of their shields with this Alolan Muk because Dark Pulse is going to hit so hard. Their own Moonblast also hits pretty hard. I mean, it's neutral damage, but, you know, that's fine. They switch into a Tyranitar, which is a really good switch because my Dark Pulse is going to be not very effective. That Tyranitar is running Bite, and its Bite is going to be super effective against both my Pokemon in the back. So I stay in with my Alolan Muk, and this is the lag that I was talking about. Look at this. I was at a stage where I thought I could do pretty well, because now if I switch back into my Cresselia and then make it to a Moonblast, even though those bites are chunking away, yes, drops the attack, perfect. I've got 2 shields. They switch into their own Cresselia. I shielded up because I've got 2 shields, there's no point in keeping them, and I switch into my Giratina because Giratina has absolutely no play against that Tyranitar. Fine, this is going great, okay? This is still my single move Giratina, fine. I should be able to take out this Cresselia pretty easily, and look what happens here. Moonblast hurts, it does, but I think one more Dragon Claw should take out this Cresselia, and then now we have that Venusaur. Okay, fine, fair enough. This Giratina should be able to do quite a bit of hurt onto this Venusaur because we do resist Venusaur's moves. Frenzy Plant is gonna chunk away because it's such a powerful move, but we resist it, so it's not gonna be that bad. And lag. There we go. That was game over. I still had a shield, so I think I could have won this match. I really could have if I had thrown that Dragon Claw and switched into my Cresselia and taken out this Venusaur, and then, man, this was so frustrating. So at this point I took a break and decided to just catch a few Pokemon, farm up, and that was how I was able to get myself that second move. Anyway, so later on, I lost that game, by the way, and I stopped recording it, and that was so annoying. That's 4 games. So later on, when I felt a little bit better, then I recorded the final game in that set. At this point, we're 2-2, if you were counting. So we see Cresselia into Alolan Muk, which is not great. That Dark Pulse is going to hurt, so I switch into my own Alolan Muk to catch their Dark Pulse, which is going to be not very effective. I don't have a counter to Alolan Muk, so I have to go for this Mirror. And I have Gunk Shot, so I will be able to hit them for pretty hard resisted damage. They're going to keep throwing Dark Pulse. I thought they were going to switch, so that's why I farmed up. And I figured they might shield this, so let me just throw the Dark Pulse, and I get the shield. Perfect. So now I'm going to throw the... I'm not going to shield this? Yes, perfect. Then I'm going to throw the Gunk Shot. If they shield, fine, because that means I will be 2 shields up. And they don't shield, which is fine, which is great too as well, because even though they'll be able to take me out, I've done a lot of damage onto this Alolan Muk, plus they've used their energy, so I should be able to take it out with Cresselia's Moonblast, or take their last shield. Either of the two. I've still got 2 shields, so this particular Alolan Muk is going to be destroyed. So it's clear that shield management is crucial, as well as energy management. Now, one of the things I've noticed is if there's a Charmer in the back, keeping your shields is a liability. So saving your shields for the end game when you got a Charmer in the back, it's horrible. And a lot of people are now keeping Togekiss in the back, which is, I don't know how to feel about that. Anyway, the shields are down, so I'm going to go for the hard-hitting Future Sight. If I had Grass Knot, this would be curtains for me. I wonder if I should have just gone 2 Moonblasts here. That still would probably have taken it out. I need to do the simulations. They bring in a Giratina, so it's a mirror match. 2 shiny Giratinas going at it against each other, but I've got a shield, so I have the advantage here. Plus, I've got a Pokemon in the back that I can use to sack swap. So this should be my game pretty comfortably, unless Niantic decides to just shut down the game on me again. Whew, what a battle, right? That was a crazy battle. So there's a couple of things that you can learn from watching this. First of all, Giratina is really good even against Pokemon that are its counters. The same can be said for Cresselia. It's pretty good against Pokemon that are its counters. 2, there seems to be very few Steel types in the meta here in rank 8. which is surprising me. Maybe later on we'll find some more. So I've continued to build my team without worrying too much about steel. Just in case I have my Giratina with Shadow Claw, it should be able, if I invest a shield, I'm able to take out a Registeel with that Giratina as well. Yeah, so those are the battles. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed them, and if you really enjoy them, I appreciate it if you drop a comment, give me your feedback, what do you think of this team composition, and drop a like and subscribe to the channel as well as we continue to grow it. Alright, so this is Meta Danny with the battles. We went 3 and 2, slowly climbing up in rank 8. It's going to be a while before we get to rank 9, but it's a fun grind to do. For now, this is Meta Danny signing out.